Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time, again, I am continuing the Bourne series with the Bourne Ultimatum. It's a 2007 spy thriller film directed by Paul Greengrass, yet again, and it stars Matt Damon, Julia Stiles, David Strathairn, Scott Glenn, Patty Constantine, Edgar Ramirez, Albert Finney, and Joan Allen. Packed cast. In this film, Bourne is brought out of hiding once again by reporter Simon Ross, who is trying to unveil Operation Blackbriar, an upgrade to Project Treadstone, in a series of newspaper columns. Information from the reporter stirs a new set of memories, and Bourne must finally uncover his dark past while dodging the company's best efforts to eradicate him. So, what did I think of the Bourne Ultimatum? Well, I didn't mind it. That was pretty decent. What a shock. I didn't much care for the first at all, and thought the second was okay. It is actually getting better now, and I've only got 2 movies left, so that's a good thing. But I did enjoy this for the most part. Not that there aren't some very big issues, but I think the story flowed a bit better in this. It felt less hampered down by expository dialogue. And there is still an issue with the writing, but I'll get to that. But let me get at the cast. Matt Damon plays Jason Bourne. I am having issues. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's terrible. Again, I think he's fine. I do think this could have been rewritten or recast. Another person in this film that I think is much better than him that could play this role better and do better fight scenes, Scott Adkins. And he can sell being like a genetically enhanced super soldier because he can actually fucking fight. Uh, but Julia Stiles is Nikki Parsons. She returns from the first 2 films. I think she's fine. Can't get this camera right. I think she's fine. She's not overwhelmingly bad or overwhelmingly good. She's just fine. David Strathairn plays Noah Vosen, a new character. He's kind of just there to be crooked. And David Strathairn, I love David Strathairn as an actor. This series keeps bringing in actors that I love and giving them much to do. Because he is kind of a villain, but he's also not given a lot to do other than bark orders. Um, Scott Glenn plays Ezra Kramer. He's okay. I love Scott Glenn too. Patty Constantine is Simon Ross, a reporter. He's fine. He's not in the film that much. Edgar Ramirez is Paz, an assassin sent after Bourne. Yet again, another actor that I like that isn't given much to do. Albert Finney is Dr. Albert Hirsch, barely in the film. He's fine. And Joan Allen as Pamela Landy, who I think actually has some pretty decent moments of acting in this, because I love Joan Allen. I do. I legitimately think she is an underrated actress, and I wish more people liked her the way I did. But here's the thing. Like I said, this movie seems to be a bit more streamlined. The first one being a kind of a conspiracy thriller. I guess this one kind of as well. I think the entire series is kind of a conspiracy series, which I'm fine with. I love conspiracy films. Um, no matter if they're debunking, I hate that term, but debunking conspiracies or just a part of the conspiracies, but or entertaining the conspiracies. But I think this film knows what it is and is actually well made for the most part. There are irritants, and I'm going to get them out of the way. The action, half of it is well done, half of it is not. The half that is well done are the car chases. The car chases, I think the shaky cam, if lessened a bit, these could be very involving car chases. There's cars getting flipped over multiple times. There's plenty of stuff happening. I think the issue is that stuff is also kind of just sorry. It I think shaky cam can work if it's not too overused, but this film overuses it, especially in the hand-to-hand fight scenes, because the hand-to-hand fight scenes are almost unwatchable. Now, are they worse than the first film? I don't know. There's more of them, and I think there could be okay choreography here compared to the second, but again, I can barely see it, and I don't believe Matt Damon doing any of this shit. Again, Scott Adkins could probably just do the choreography for you and actually get the other actors in on it and make a better looking movie. But at least it's not that big of a thing in this, because these really aren't action movies, I wouldn't say. They're more just conspiracy thrillers. But I'm not a big fan of Paul Greengrass's style. A lot of people are saying the later movies, Legacy and Jason Bourne, uh, don't have the style, so they're not as good because they don't have the shaky cam shit. I'll be happy to not have the shaky cam shit because I think that would make it a bit easier to watch. But then again, the car chases weren't that bad. I didn't really have that much of an issue with the car chases. There are moments where the camera shakes a lot during them, but for the most part, I did feel the visceral edge. Um, the acting, again, all around pretty solid. Some performances better than others. Again, Joan Allen's a standout in this. Um, the plot, it's about Jason Bourne trying to find out stuff about his past and basically just, trying to find out who he actually is, which is an interesting plot to tackle, or interesting story to tackle. Um, but yeah, I think this film actually knows that this film ends in a satisfying way, unlike the last two for me. Because the last two, well, the first one, the ending was very like downbeat and weird, and I wasn't a fan of that. In the second one, I think the kind of downbeat thing worked with him going to the daughter of the people that he found out that he killed and saying, I thought you'd want to know that your mother didn't kill your father and then kill herself. I killed them. I thought that was an interesting way to end the second one. Here, it ends in kind of an action climax and kind of not, but overall, the stuff that goes on with this on the CIA side of things and Bourne's side, I thought were actually well done and entertaining. I found this film entertaining to a point. There's some moments that I thought were kind of surprising, actually, where I didn't get that in the first two, and I don't know, just I enjoyed it more, really. Um, oh yeah, still on the negatives. Marie. They keep bringing up Marie. For the first 15 minutes of this movie, 20 minutes, they bring up Marie Kreutz like 5 different times. They're like, oh yeah, Jason Bourne came after us because we killed Marie. Oh, we killed Marie. And then he's looking at the file of Marie and having flashbacks to her death where he had this emotionless stare looking at her. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but he had this emotionless stare while she like just floated away. And that scene can work. Her dead body slowly floating away in the water. That scene can work. Poetically, thematically, it can. But it just didn't because I didn't see any real emotion on Matt Damon's face. And it didn't work because Matt Damon is not that great of an actor, in my opinion. And also, this is one of those movies that people keep saying, "Oh, it's such a smartly written action movie. It's got some of the best writing in an action movie." So some of the best writing is saying shit over and over and over and spoon feeding it to the audience, where they're like, "Oh, Bourne is here. Wait, Bourne is where? Bourne is here. Are you sure Bourne is there? The phone that he had is here. Oh, maybe he's trying to fool us." And it's like, is that not obvious? Do you have such little faith in the audience that you have to literally baby steps it to us where he is and where he might not be? And I hate that kind of writing. People shit on action movies that I love for that kind of writing. They really don't. I think they read too much into it. But when I'm watching something like this that's considered to be that's on many people's lists of the best action movies of all time. One, the action is okay at best for me. At least the car chases, the fist fights are not good. I don't think at all. Um, but especially when it's something like that, I expect better, and that's what I'm rating it on, based on those expectations. Because again, I'm not trying to be contrarian just to be contrarian. I don't hate this film. This is the first one of them that I've actually enjoyed to an extent. And I don't know, it's just something about this series. I'm just like, I'd rather watch Long Kiss Goodnight. I'd rather watch other spy thrillers. I can look up spy thrillers. Fuck it. I have not much to say about this movie other than I thought it was half decent. Um, but like, um, High Heat, action thriller, Olga Kurylenko, Don Johnson, a lot of fun. Uh, Spooks, The Greater Good. You can watch it without seeing the show. Fun. Uh, Pretty decent action all around. Um, SES Red Notice, pretty fun spy action thriller. Uh, Legacy of Lies with Scott Adkins, a lot of fun there. Longest Goodnight, again, amnesia spy thriller that I think is way better done writing wise, acting wise, action wise. The action in that is pretty fantastic, especially in the climax where there's explosions everywhere and people getting shot everywhere. It's so much fucking fun. But yeah, I mean there's not really much I can add to this. I'm actually looking forward to the next film where Jeremy Renner takes the reins instead of Matt Damon, so maybe I'll think higher of that, but until then I don't know. I'm watching these cuz I'm curious, do they get better for me at least. And I again, I don't hate this film. I think it's decent, but I also have to say that I really don't see how this measures up to other action films of like the 80s and 90s, like Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, even Live Free or Die Hard had some fantastic action in it. Cliffhanger, Long Kiss Goodnight, um, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, all of these classic films from like Dolph Lundgren and all these people, Predator. I don't see how it measures up to those at all. And the writing really isn't as smart as people keep giving it credit for. But yeah, I thought it was decent. I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, nothing exactly that special. But that was my review of the Bourne Ultimatum. If you liked the review, comment down below. If you've seen the film, let me know. And if you got any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie reviewer next door.